Why do some Chinese businesses have fish tanks or fountains in their offices? My dentist has a beautiful fish tank. Every time I sit there, I find myself watching the fish. And honestly, it makes me feel pretty relaxed. Sometimes I even think maybe that fish tank is good for business. Who knows? But in Chinese culture, water can symbolize wealth and prosperity. And here's the part I find really interesting. Water doesn't just represent wealth, it represents how wealth flows. Think about how a business actually works. Money doesn't just move from a company to its customers. It moves through an entire network. Employees make money. Suppliers make money. Customers get value. And businesses make a profit. I learned this when I worked in the semiconductor industry. My boss used to remind us, make sure there's enough margin for our suppliers too. That really stayed with me. Our customers came to us because they wanted to localize their supply chains. So we weren't working alone. We were part of a much bigger system. That's why I like this Chinese expression, 有钱大家赚. Literally, let's all make money. It's basically a Chinese way of expressing a win-win mentality. When everyone benefits, everyone has a reason to keep the relationship going. The value keeps moving, but money isn't the only thing that needs to flow. Relationships matter too. There's another Chinese saying, 和气生财. Harmony brings wealth. I see a simple example of this in my own village. There's a noodle shop I often pass by. Whenever I see the owner, she's smiling. She chats with her customers. Customers chat with each other. People are laughing. And there's almost always a line outside. Now I can prove that her smile is the reason people come back. But I do think that atmosphere matters. People feel welcome. They enjoy being there and they want to come back. That's the spirit of 和气生财. You don't have to win every argument. Sometimes keeping a good relationship is more valuable than winning one. And this brings us to another ancient Chinese idea, 上善若水. The highest goodness is like water. It sounds poetic, but I think there's a very practical lesson here. Water changes shape. Put it in a glass, and it takes the shape of the glass. Give it an obstacle, and it finds another way. Water is soft, but soft doesn't mean weak. Sometimes being flexible is a strength. In Chinese, we have another expression, 灵活变通. It means being flexible and adaptable. One of my students gave me a great example. He was trying to sell a 3D camera to hospitals and clinics, but the hospitals wanted AI features that could help analyze patients before and after plastic surgery. There was just one problem. His headquarters in France didn't allow those AI features at first. So, what did he do? He kept pushing for a solution. Eventually, the company developed different features for different Asian markets. The product adapted to the market, and my student adapted his strategy too. Let's 灵活变通. The goal stays the same. The path can change. So, maybe those fish tanks and fountains aren't just about decoration. Maybe they are reminders of something deeper. Money needs to move. Opportunities need to move. Relationships need to grow. And when circumstances change, we need to be able to change too. That's why these Chinese ideas fit together. 有钱大家赚. Let's all make money. 和气生财. Money brings wealth. 灵活变通. Be flexible and adaptable. And 上善若水. The highest goodness is like water, because water doesn't just represent wealth. It represents how wealth flows. I'm Teacher Ching. This is Money Episode 2, Water. See you next time. 我们下次见，拜拜。